Hey guys, welcome to Lighthouse Tarot, where we embrace the light within ourselves and within others. I'm your host, Rachel Riley. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you are an old subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for all your lovely comments, subscribes, and liking my videos. That really helps the YouTube algorithm to bump my videos right up to the top. But without further ado, let's just get into it for today. Today, I want to talk about Scorpio Risings and changing your perspective, focusing more on the positive aspects in your chart, because two of the most important things I've realized in my life as a Scorpio rising was, one, embracing my power. I spent most of my life running away from my power. You know, if you're Scorpio rising, specifically Scorpio rising with Pluto in your first house, you are going to have an intense gaze. Even if you don't even have to try necessarily. We call it a resting bitch face, but you're going to have an intense gaze, almost intimidating without even trying. And I spent most of my life not making eye contact with people. I didn't want people to feel intimidated around me. I didn't want people to feel uncomfortable. I didn't want people to feel this intensity off me, because I have a lot of aspects in my chart that make me extremely friendly and sociable and, want to be everyone's friend. Used to be anyway. And I spent a long amount of my time as a Scorpio rising running away from my power. So the most and foremost important part of Scorpio rising I found within my journey, and I'm sure y'all can attest to this if you have a Scorpio rising in your chart, embracing your power. But the second thing that I'm not certain a lot of y'all have maybe come to that realization, that epiphany yet, and it took me quite some time to realize this too, was to shift that focus from that intensity into the more positive aspects in your chart. For example, I have Sagittarius in my Jupiter. I have that in my first house, Sagittarius and Jupiter. So Jupiter is the home planet of Sagittarius. That's where its home is. Sometimes when you have a particular zodiac sign in a planet, say Jupiter or Mars, and that's not its home, it's not a good match, and you might not get a lot of luck. But Jupiter is the planet which shows you where your luck is. It shows you where your abundance is, your prosperity, your passion, all these really great, amazing things that come naturally. So I would encourage you to, if you're Scorpio rising, hey, go look at your chart on Astro Chart and go find Jupiter. Once you find Jupiter, see what sign is in that planet and go on YouTube and research it. I have done a video on Jupiter and Sagittarius because I know it the most. That's my own energy. I've done the most research on it because we all love to know ourselves, correct? But what has helped me the most as a Scorpio rising is to embrace this part of me more, to not shy away from my intensity. You're always going to have intense experiences. You're always going to have tower moments. You're always going to have confrontation. You're always going to have to learn to stand up for yourself. You're always going to have to embrace your power, and you should never dim your light for anyone, ever. Embrace who you are. Embrace every part of yourself, Scorpio rising. But what you can do when things are getting intense, when you might be feeling a little bit low vibration, when you might feel like you want to take revenge on someone, take karma into your own hands, or perhaps, you're tired of being so serious. A lot of people, when we're Scorpio rising, they're going to talk a lot of serious topics around us. Subconsciously, they're doing that because they notice our intense aura. They see our intense gaze. We are ruled by Pluto, which is the god of the underworld. It is everything hidden, everything swept under the rug. So those topics are going to naturally come out, whether people know it or not. When they're speaking to us, they're going to talk about, messed up things. They're going to talk about trauma. They're going to talk about things they would not necessarily tell other people. They will almost spill out. I've noticed that as a Scorpio rising, if I'm quiet with somebody, if I'm not comfortable with them, or perhaps, I just want to listen for a little bit and I don't speak for at least 5 minutes, I have noticed one thing. Most people would tell me a lot of their secrets without me even asking. And I know this is true for a lot of other Scorpio rising. It's just a fact of life. But you can get really tired of that because no one wants to focus on intensity. No one wants to focus on the sadness, the trauma, and everything about the world all the time. What you can do instead is focus on, where is your luck? Where's your prosperity? Where is the universe blessing you in your chart with Jupiter? And I embraced being a Sagittarius in Jupiter, and I realized, wow, I have a lot of good luck. I have these lucky Tuesdays every week. I bring a lot of things that make me happy. I'm going to focus on, listening to happy songs that make me feel like a teenager again, that make me feel carefree. I'm going to spend more time in the sun. I'm going to spend more time laying out. I'm going to spend more time doing those things that help me embrace my inner child, balancing my feminine and masculine energy, writing stories, painting, skateboarding, hanging out with friends, just being goofy, being silly and laughing. And this has really helped to balance out that intensity, and sometimes, as a Scorpio rising, you may necessarily have to separate yourself. You may have to dive into solitude from other people in order to get away from all that seriousness, get away from all that intensity, get away from everyone telling you so much things that you don't necessarily want to know sometimes, that you are a natural healer, you are a great therapist, and you have the capacity to heal anyone. And you've seen some shit, Scorpio rising, but it's not good for anyone to always be in that energy. So take some time to seek solitude, to go into hermit mode, to spend time with yourself, because if you are being conscious of your thoughts and you're listening to music that makes you happy, if you're reading books that make you happy, if you're watching YouTube videos that are playful and fun, little vlogs or whatever your interest is, it doesn't have to be that. Those are just mine. It could be, video games. It could be, makeup art. It could be your favorite show. It could be something like that. When you take that time, that really shifts your perspective and fills your cup up. And as a Scorpio rising, you have power. You have an immense, limitless power. People pay attention when you speak, whether you believe it or not, they do. So when you take the time to fill in your cup, to fill up your cup, when you take the time to separate yourself and fill yourself with good things and to feel good and to be in your natural vibration, which is positive, which is unconditional love. We're all born with a positive vibration. We just allow negative thinking. We allow insecure people to push our vibe around. When you take control and you separate yourself from others, maybe for 10 minutes, maybe for a day, maybe for a couple days, whatever it is, you have more to give to others. You have a different perspective. You can listen more when somebody is talking about a problem. You can not take on so many people's energy because all your energy is there. Think of it like, I was doing a workshop once where there was an Aquarius, and she was talking about how energetically, it was a YouTube video, but energetically she was saying that imagine like if you were close to someone, their aura, it literally made you sick. If that were true, you would not want to be around people. If people were literally sucking your energy around you and physically making you sick, you would stay 6 feet away, right? I had to throw that joke in there. You had to stay 6 feet away. And if we were conscious of that, we would not be around so many people's energy. But that is a fact. That is true. We're all energetic beings. That's why when you're thinking about somebody or you're talking about someone, they pop up on your newsfeed. They end up messaging you. They end up calling you the same day. Their name gets brought up. You might even spot them out in person because we're energetic beings and we pick up on energy. So being around so many people with a Scorpio rising, it can be done, but it can be extremely draining. So you've got to take that time to not isolate yourself, to have that solitude, to be okay, because you can control your mind, Scorpio rising. You guys are very strong. You guys are resilient. You guys are bad asses. So when you're by yourself, you're like, oh, I don't like that thought. I don't like worry. I don't like anxiety. I might have it, and then I'm going to turn my focus towards something else. I'm going to turn my focus on my passion. I'm going to turn my focus on helping others. I'm going to turn my passion and my focus on, doing something I feel passionate about, writing or drawing, just hanging out with friends and having fun. Yeah? With Scorpio risings, we need to have more fun, and I have found that through my life. That's been one really important thing, and I haven't seen a lot of Scorpio risings make a video about this, so I wanted to go in about it. And I feel once your vibration is there, we can actually help people more. We can reach more people because you can use your power to empower. Your words are spells. You can tear people down. You can tear other people's buildings down and make your building look like the tallest and just tear down their buildings. Or you can help build people up, and you're like, it doesn't matter if your building's taller than mine, it doesn't matter if our buildings are the same, like one's smaller than the other, because I'm a leader. And true leaders are confident in themselves. They're not insecure. Insecure people tear people down so they can appear more. People that are secure in themselves want to build people up. They want to share their knowledge. They want everybody to win, everybody to eat at the table, right? As a Scorpio rising, you have that capacity to be a leader and to actually make a difference in the world, as long as you take care of your mental health, as long as you take the time to separate yourself and, you know, bring all your energy back and to focus on the good things. Write your gratitude journal, write about something lucky that happened to you, watch a show that makes you feel good, you know, write a story, get cute, girl, get cute, guy, you know, do those things, and you can help more people that way. That's just one thing I've noticed from Scorpio rising. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know how you liked it. Let me know how you relax, how you embrace more being lighthearted, being fun as a Scorpio rising while holding on to your intensity. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening, morning, night. Okay, goodbye.